Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, MTC Quantity Surveyor. This is part 2 of substructure taking off. Now we're going to continue our taking off. On the last video ended at excavation, and then the description was incorrect. I managed to fix the description. The description was excavating to F not exceeding 2000 millimeters. From natural ground level. Now I have changed that because like we excavating to categories, we are now going to excavate exceeding 2000 millimeters and not exceeding 4000 millimeters. And then after that we are going to do our after excavation we are going to do our cutaway. I've already done that. I'm just going to explain what's going on cutaway. We'll do our cutaway. Yeah, let me go to the drawing so that I can show you what I would do under cutaway. When we are doing cutaway, like we have to cut away surplus material from excavations. We're going to cut away. We're going to cut away the concrete footing. We're not doing that. The soil which is going to be replaced by the concrete footing and the brick wall. Yeah, cut away. Use cut away. I made a mistake there. I think, but I have backfill here. Yeah, let's just do backfill because this is not cutaway. This is backfill. This should be backfill. Backfill. Yeah, should be backfill, and then the description. Let me check the description. Yeah, I made a mistake. Let me check the description. What does it say? The description for backfill. So let me fix this thing. Yeah, we're doing backfill. Where is the description for backfill? What does the description say? We're not doing our backfill, they say. You see. Here's our backfill. Let me do this and check the standard system. Backfill. Where is backfill? Go to the backfill. Yeah, we're doing get backfill first, and then we'll do cutaway after backfill. Where is backfill? We are filling. Yeah, we're going to fill. This should say. This thing, I should delete all this thing. This one, description is for cutaway. Yeah, I did the wrong thing. Of our backfill, let's we're going to have filling of see, let me just backfilling of soil. Let me just write backfilling of soil to trenches. Yeah, we're going to backfill. Yeah, this is backfill, and I was right, man. Remember, this is backfill because I have the external trench and the internal trench. Yeah, everything's perfect. Yeah, backfilling of soil to trenches. Here we have this description. Yeah, it's very short. It is very short. I should unmatch these cells. Match the cells. Okay, unmatch the cells. Yeah. Unmatch the cells, and then we're going to match cells, and now everything is perfect. This is from FX30. Backfill is from FX30. 13. And then we need to our backfill. Let me go to the drawing. We're going to fill the external side of the external trench and the internal trench, and then remember that we remove the topsoil. We remove the topsoil up to 150 millimeters, which means when on this side we're going to use the 2.4 because we have to fill up until the natural ground, but on this side we have to fill up until the reduced level, and then yeah, I think I'm done with my explanations. Just have to fix those calculations I made most mistake. Let me do this. I'm going to external trench, and at the external trench, this part is not needed. This one can delete the whole of this topsoil that should be under cutaway. If I can cut this, let me cut this because I will need it. Let me cut this and paste it here. Yeah, and paste it here. Paste it here. And paste here. Going to fix the document. Yeah, everything is fine. Then remember that we have to fix these lines. And then on this side I will say as the left border. Then I'll also have to fix this part. Now let me do this one, and then I'll delete that one, and then I add this side, and then I add the right side, and then I'll go to this column, just add the double line to the left, double line. We don't have them. We have to change the text style, the line style, changing the line style, and then I just do this, and now everything is perfect. I just have to we're only adding two things here. Actually, let me delete this. I will delete this after deleting this, and then I will also try to remove the borders. I remove all of them. I remove all the borders. Then let me change the text style, so the line style, so that I can. I removed all the borders. You see, I just have to add the left and the right so that everything is fine. After that, I'm done. And then I have to move this thing so I can close. I move it up here. we're going to add those things. This material will be used. This excavated material, the soil, or it might be some rocks there. We're going to use them for backfill. I'm going to have some. Let's to this, and then we add this again, then, and yeah, now we're done with our backfill. I open and close. This should be from this calculation for backfill. Yeah, everything now is perfect. Our backfill, remember, we have to calculate the center line for the external trench. We calculated the center line for the external trench. We're going to use the same dimensions as the one that we used when we were doing the center line for the trench. And then the only thing which will be different is that we are going to use the corners of the external trench. I'm going to use the width of the external trench, which is 285. Let me show you that it's 285. You can see that the width of the external trench is 285 from here. Just put that, and then the width of the internal trench is 285 also. And then now we're going to list these things. After listing them, we have our center line for the external trench, and for the internal trench, remember we made this drawing as a rectangle. And then let me just try and explain this. On my first video, I said that we're going to take the recess and move it to this side, and take this recess and move it to this side, so that we can have 13.57. That's why we have 13.57 for the width, and then for the length it is going to be 14.57. And remember, we want the length from here to here, and then we also want the length from here to here. And then remember, this thing is a rectangle. We also include this side. I take this side. I'm not assuming. I take this side as 13.57, and then I have to subtract 800 on this side, and then 800 millimeters on this side, and also 800 millimeters on this side, 800 millimeters on this side. Then I go back to my Excel so that I can show you. I subtracted 800 millimeters, the width of the range. And I also, again, here I have to subtract again 800 millimeters. Then we get this. Yeah, this is fine. We're going to get this. We subtract 800 twice. Yeah, everything is perfect. We have our center line, and then we're doing our backfill. There's our backfill. We started with there. Maybe I should move this up, but let me just lay them. We're done with our backfill. We're going to do our cutaway, because last time when I did my cutaway, it was incorrect. Yeah, now I'm going to do the cutaway. Yeah, I will have to underline this heading. Go to underline, and then we're done. And then we just open and close this item. Let me open this item. We're opening this item. Open this item. Yeah, everything is perfect. After opening this item, we're going to have our description here. I have to type it again. cutaway. I'm going to say cutaway surplus. Okay. Is it yeah, from excavation. Yeah, and then I just adjust this thing. We're going to, I think we'll only need 3 cells. Yeah, I'll also add like the distance, although it is not given. Just edit, because you have to also include the distance in I'll just assume that they said that we should cut away the surplus material from excavation away from site, 100 meters away from site. And then let me mesh these cells. I'll mesh these cells. What's going on? I'm done. Yeah, they are meshed. Yeah, and 2. Now let's mesh these ones. 3 of them. Yeah, 4 of them. Now I'll mesh these ones. After meshing these ones, I use wrap text and then cut away surplus material from excavations. 100 meters away from site. And then we're going to say, and then we're going to add this thing, and so this thing is measured in meters cube, and then it's from earthworks. I think it is for earthworks. From earthworks. Our cutaway is from earthworks 11. Is it 11? Oh, earthworks 8 is from earthworks 8. Yeah, we are done. And then now we're going to deal with the brick first. Or I can deal with the footing. Let me deal with the concrete footing. Concrete footing. I'm going to write dimensions for the concrete footing. Remember, we have our center line, which is 53.08, and then our the thickness of the concrete footing is 0.3, and we have to have the width first. The width is 8, and then we have the thickness, which is 0.3. Then we're going to have this, and then let's move this and let's adjust these things. Move this to the side, and then take this and then take this to the side, and then we're going to call the product function here. First to product function, and then we take this, we multiply by this, then we take this and multiply by this, and then click enter. Yeah, we have the volume of the concrete fitting. And then now we're going to also include, I can just add the topsoil, but let me do this. I'll have to move this a bit down. I'll talk about this, I will explain them. I want to move them down. I will select them, all of them, so that I move them a bit down. Maybe I should cut. Yeah, I should cut. Yeah, maybe I should put them here, around here, and then yeah, like they will take their own space. Like I think this thing is going to end there. Let me put them around here, and then Control V, paste. you can paste here. Let me just paste them here, and then I will deal with them when the time comes for them. Just paste them here. Control V. Oh, remember I did not select. Let me select them again. Just want to move them to this side so that I can continue with my cutaway, because yeah, I'll cut this one and paste here. Control V. Yeah, everything is there. Now I'll have to also add those lines. Let me add those lines. The first one is here. I'm going to add these ones at the left, and then at the left and the right. Yeah, one. Yeah, here we're going to this side. Let me deal with this, and then at the left, also have to add the right border, and everything now is fine. Yeah, we're moving now. We're done with our concrete footing. Now I can just move to, let me just do the brick first. This is cutaway. We're going to replace the brick. Let me write brick wall. Let me write foundation brick wall, so that we're going to add, we're going to say add foundation brick wall. Yeah, the dimensions, we're going to use the same center line, which is going to be 53.08, and then the width of the brick wall. Let me check it. We're going to have the width of the brick wall. The width of the brick wall, it was 230 millimeters. Yeah, it is 230 millimeters. Yeah, 230 millimeters. We'll move now. We're going to say 0.23, and then the height of the brick wall is up until is from let me show you the height. We're going to take the height from the surface of the footing up until natural ground level, which is 2.4. Natural ground level is here, which is 2.4 meters. You are going to subtract the 0.3 millimeters and the 0.3 meters from the 2.4 meters to get our the height of the wall, or yeah, the height of the wall. You can see the height of the wall. We're going to have 2.1 here, and then we're going to fix this one so that everything is fine. And then we're going to call the product function. This is our cutaway with the product function. Now have this, and then have this, and then have this, and have this. Then click enter. We have the volume for the brick wall. Once cut away the soil, which will be replaced by the brick wall. Now we're going to do, we have the brick wall. The only two things are under this. Also cut away the topsoil. Okay, remember that, which means here we're double booking. Remember, we remove the topsoil up until the extreme there. Up until extreme lengths of the external, up until the extreme lengths of the trench, from the external sides of the trench going inwards. We remove the topsoil, which also we have to also minus the 150 millimeters from this. Here we're going to have 1.95, and then our answer. Let me check. And yeah, our answer is here. Is this one. We're going to also take the topsoil removed, I'm just going to copy this thing. I should have not, but I've already done it. I'm going to only need this part. Let me cut this part. I'm going to cut this part and paste it there, up there. I did the concrete. The footing, I did concrete footing on this side. And then we added the brick wall, and then now we have to add let me paste. We're going to paste here. I might also try to explain. Let me underline this one. I'll use a single line, single border. Underline this one, and then we also go here to underline this part. We underline this part and then underline this part. Everything now is standard. Everything is standard. I think we're done with our this was what we were doing. We were doing cutaway. We are done with our cutaway. The only thing we just left is for us to add. We're going to just write there is equals to, we call the sum function. When we call the sum function, and then we take this one, we add this to this one, and then we also add the footing. Then we'll remove the footing. Then we click enter. Now we have our answer. Is this one. We can underline this part with double border. Perfect. Everything now is perfect. We can close this item, and I can take these ones and move them here. Or should I take them and move them here? I can take them and move them here, and then do the risk of collapse. Then I will do the risk of collapse. I will put them here. Let me close this first. Let me close this item so that I close this item. After closing this item, we're going to take this. We're going to copy this. We're going to cut this, not copy. We're going to cut this, and then I explain them. After explaining them, we're done. Cut this, and then we'll go to this side. We're going to paste them right after this. Then I can say paste. Everything is partial now. I just paste, and then remember I have to also include this border. Let me add this border. Everything. Add this border. Now everything is partial. We are done with our backfill and cutaway. Now we have to, let me explain this thing. We're going to do keep free of water. This one is an item, is from earthwork 6. Just write keep trenches free of water. This one is an item. Here we write item earthwork 11. It's from earthwork 11. It is from earthwork 11. And then we do compaction, compact. I should fix this one also. This part here, it should be compact. And level surface trenches is measured in meters squared. Earthworks 15, and then here you just have to calculate the surface area of the trench. We're using the center line of this, and then the width of the trench, and then we'll get the area which need to be compacted, and then we'll go on and do our soil poisoning. Here we have our soil positioning. I was supposed to read the side and the bottoms of the trench with killers. With killers. Yeah, with killers. Let me include this cell so that everything can be fine. Yeah, everything now is fine. Yeah, treat the surface of the trench. This is soil insecticide diets. Yeah, and then we're done. And then the only thing that we have, remember, we start with the surface of the trench is similar to that one of compaction. These things we put them and then we call our function and then we do this. And then when we do the external trench, we're going to use the perimeter of the external trench. This method is sometimes people they do like they calculate this side and then they multiply, but I calculated the whole perimeter of the external trench. Just calculate the whole perimeter of the external trench, and then this not even to calculate it because like we already have this perimeter on our workings. We just take and book it. Let's go like we have them here. We have you see here we have this is the external perimeter of the trench. We just take this and use it and then do our calculations, and then we have to determine the length, the depth of the trench. The depth of the trench, it was 2.4 here for the external side. So we take this thing from this level, from natural ground level to here, which is 2.4, and then we're going to do the internal side. Remember, we also have the perimeter for the internal side. It is also under the calculation for backfill. This one, we have the center line for the internal trench. We have the center line, and then here we have the perimeter for the internal trench. Remember, we added those things to get this one, and then we have this. We can use this as our perimeter. Take this perimeter. I just have to determine the length, and then I will explain why our length here is 2.25. You just go to your, let me fix this first. It shouldn't be this. It should be this. Yeah, perfect. Now everything is perfect, and then I see that I'm losing here. Whereas this too early to close. I'm going to move this one. Yeah, we have this, and then also we have this. Let me explain why do we have 2.52, because like we remove the topsoil up until 250 millimeters deep. So let me go to the plan. Remember, we remove the topsoil up until 150 millimeters deep, which means the height of the trench and the distance between, like we're going to take our depth of the trench from reduced level, which is 150 millimeters below natural ground. We have to subtract 150 millimeters from the 2.4 millimeters, and then maybe I can say the 2.4. Yeah, this 2.4 meters. We have to subtract the 0.15 meters, and then we're going to get 2.25 That's why here we have the 2.25. I think everything is clear. Then now we're going to, how is this thing measured? Yeah, it's meter squared. Yeah, perfect. And then this one is not necessary. This one, well, everything was fine. We end here. I can delete this one. This one, like, I just copy it, and I wanted to not waste time when I do my things and keep this video short. Yeah, now we're going to do risk of collapse. For risk of collapse, there will be no those calculations. Just use the perimeter for risk of collapse, and then we are done. I'll just use the perimeter. There will be the same things. You just have to write the risk of collapse. Let me just add these things first, and then we'll have this. Let me move this first to here. We'll close the item here, and then I will call the sum function and add those things. Okay, we're eating what? This is what we want here. We're doing, yeah, we're doing soil poisoning. Yeah, this area is perfect. We're going to take this and add with this, but we can have the total area so that they can estimate the cost, and then everything is perfect. Now let's move this thing to the side, and then when I move it to the side, yeah, we'll have to adjust nyani. Let me adjust 52, 53. Yeah, 53, and then there's no problem. Let's just set that to 53. Yeah, so that everything can be visible, and then I have to add these lines, the borderline on this side, and then the borderline on this side, and then also deal with this part, and then add the borderline to this side, to the left, and then come to this side and add another borderline to the right, and then everything is perfect. We are done, and then we just on that use double border here. This is our soil poisoning, and then now we're moving to do our risk of collapse. Yeah, I can start with the risk of collapse. I think it's going to be the last item to explain everything. Yeah, it's the last item, and then we'll be left with flaws. Yeah, we did cutaway, we did keep free of water, we didn't do risk of collapse, we did backfill, we did compaction, we did soil poisoning, we did not do concrete footing. I can also include concrete footing, but I will do concrete work when I'm doing floors. Yeah, on my last video. Now we're going to do our risk of collapse. Going to do our risk of collapse. Let me write risk of collapse. And then risk of collapse. That's in. When we do our risk of collapse, we do them in categories of 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. We're going to say what does our description say? For risk of collapse, but I will figure something out here. I'm going to do some column. We're going to say support. the side of the trenches. Support the side of the trench, and then support the side of the trench. For this one, we also have to include this thing. We're going to say support the side of the trench from here. How am I going to put this? Support the side of the trench not exceeding. I could say not exceeding. I'm going to say not exceeding 1.5. We're going to say 1,500 millimeters from natural ground level. Yeah. From, let me just NGL, natural ground level. Then if we stop, and then this is from meters cube. Just have to calculate the area, and then this is from earthworks line. This is earthworks 9. Oh, your times there. Just combine the cells. We need 4 cells. Match the cells. I will match the cells. Match, and then you text the rep text there. We're done, and then we underline this. Then I have to also open the item. Means go to insert tab, shapes, lines. And then we're going to just do this, and then we're going to also, for this of collapse, we can say here I can write external trench, external side of the trench external side of the trench, and then we're going to use the same calculations. I'm just going to write there what was our perimeter here. For the external side is 56.28. Yeah, when we have this, I would just have to determine the length, the height. I think I should move a resource collapse, like this space is too small. Like, let me copy this. I'm going to select this, everything here. Let me adjust this first, and I'll move this to another page. Let me not, I'll cut this to another page so I can start on a new page to everything. Yeah, I'll paste them here. What's going on? What happened? Oh, I'll paste them here. We're going to start from this side of the cell, then paste them here, and then everything is perfect. And then we have to also draw those lines, because I'm doing the lines. Going to do this, and then this side and this side, and then I'm going to do this side and this side. Yeah, we are done. Now let's continue with our excavation. Let me hide this, and then here we're going to have, let me, the width, the height of the external side. We're going to have the height, the depth of the trench, and then we'll have to subtract this, the 0.3 meters, which is the thickness of the footing. Remember, our risk of collapse is not permanent. We have to remove them when we are done, so we cannot put them here and put the concrete over our risk of collapse, because when we put the concrete over our risk of collapse, which means these things are going to be for permanent, we'll not be able to remove them. So we decide that we are going to take the 2.4 and minus the thickness of the trench. We're going to have 2.1. I'm going to write here, it's going to be 2.1. Then let me fix this, and then we're going to call the product function, and then we take this, multiply by this, and then we hit end, and then we can fix this part also. We can fix this part to this, and then we also use double line. This is not the end. I will use this one. Remember, we also have to do for the internal side of the trench. Internal side of a trench. You have the internal side of the trench, and then we're going to take the perimeter of the internal side. Remember, I explained everything regarding the perimeter. This is 49.88. We're going to take the 49.88 and have it here. We're going to have 49.88, and then let's move again to the plan so that I can show you that we will not use the same depth for we're going to have this. Remember, we remove the topsoil. Here, and then which means we're going to take the depth of the trench from a reduced level. The depth of the trench is going to be this minus the 0.15, which is the depth of the topsoil remove. We have the 2.25, and then we also subtract this 3, which is for the concrete footing, which means we're going to have 1.95 here, 1.95, and then we'll go to the side, and then I'll just call the product function. I'll say equals to product function, and then I will have this, and then I will have also this, and then enter, and then I underline this, and then now I will have to calculate the final answer. I'll say sum. We'll take this, add it to this one, and then click enter, and then we underline this, saying double border, and then here I have to write add recess and add internal sides of the trench. Yeah, we are done. Then we close this item, move me out of the cell so that they can close this item. We're going to close this item. We are done closing the item, and then we have closed the item. We're done with our risk of collapse. Yeah, I'm going to end here. I'll end here. I'm done with the risk of collapse. We did everything. Did I explain the soil poisoning? Yeah, I think I explained it. Yeah, I explained it. Yeah. The compaction, I also explained it. The compaction, we just use we calculate the surface area of the trenches, and then let me just go on this one. The soil poisoning, just like want the area, the whole area of the trench. We have to have the area for the for the external sides of the trench and the internal sides of the trench, and the area for the surface of the trench. Here's the area for the surface of the trench. Here's the area for the external sides of the trench. Here's the area. Let me fix this. Yeah. We also have the area for the surface of the trench. Let me fix this also. Yeah, everything now is perfect. It's standard. Everything is standard. We are done. Yeah. I did everything. I included everything. Yeah, I included everything. We're only left with concrete footing, brick wall, hardcore, sand blending, tamper bumper, and concrete surface bag, and DPC. I'll do those on part 3. That one would be the last video, and then we can save this. Let me save this. Save this. Now to save as, and then so that I can save as PDF. I'm done. Save it as PDF. I want to save it as PDF. Dig off, and then I want to replace. Let me replace, and then we're done, and then now I can end the video. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'll end the video.